If you have ever told yourself that I cannot trust any other mentor out there, I have already wasted enough money, then you are not alone in this. You might have spent 50,000 so far, you might have spent 5 lakhs so far, you might have spent 10,000 so far, you might have spent 500 so far. Whatever amount of money you have spent, and if you have not gotten the results from these courses and the mentorship, then you are not alone in this. Every single trader who is making money right now, including me, have been through a similar journey from figuring out that one mentor who is actually going to help you to make that consistent money, to get that breakthrough that you haven't got so far, have been through the similar journey. But the thing is, you are not the only person. If you are feeling that way, that you are the only person who has been through the all of these rough things, and let me tell you, this is not the case. Most of my students, even they said the same thing before joining us. And you know what? They were right to feel that way because the truth is, you weren't the problem in the first place. The trading system, the methodology that these courses and these mentorship is giving you, that is the big problem. You might have watched a flashy ad on Instagram where you might have seen a guy standing next to a luxury car promising you that I'll turn you into a profitable trader in the next 30 days. And in that moment, it felt exciting. You felt that this is the moment when you can recover all your losses, all the trading losses that you have made in the last few months, years, or maybe decades. You never know. And it felt you felt emotional, and you actually in that spur of the moment you made that decision to enroll into their program, and all you got was disappointment. So you joined the course and even paid like 10,000, 25,000 or more, and you got few recordings, you got few strategy, maybe a Telegram group. At first it made sense, you followed everything that they said, but then after a few wins you start hitting few losses. You still had those doubts, but you still persisted. You still thought that, okay, there's a ray of hope. I'm just new to this particular strategy, so I should probably give it more time. But nothing really changed. When you actually needed them to help you out in the real market, when you actually needed them to actually clear your doubts, nobody was there with you. You were all alone. You felt like you have been scammed. The money that you paid, you feel that it was absolutely went into vain. It was a complete waste. And this is not the first time. That's the worst part. And that's what happens. You actually start making money for a while. That happiness is short lived because eventually what happens is you start hitting losses after losses. And that's when all the doubt kicks in. You think that, okay, this is going to be one more time where I have wasted my money. And whenever you have reached out to them to help you out, all you get is silence in return. And that has been your story with courses and mentorship. And that's why you start doubting that whether there is even a mentor who can actually help you to become profitable. That is the kind of doubt you have generated so far. And in that moment, all your excitement turned into disappointment. You didn't just lose money, you also lost your belief, as I said. And if that has been your journey, this video is going to be for you because I'm not here to sell you any dreams. Because I'm here to show you that why those courses actually failed to give you the results, why you're still stuck despite doing everything right from your end, and what finally helped people just like you, people who had given up to make consistent profit, low stress profits in just 30 minutes a day. So let me be brutally honest with you. Most courses out there are just content dumps. They give you a bunch of pre-recorded videos, a 1 hour Sunday webinar, a bunch of setups that look great on the hindsight screenshot, and then they leave you to figure it out on your own. Because look, market is breathing organism. Every single day you see something different. So how do you expect that by watching some random videos by some random trading guru that you can actually become profitable? Because in order to see that profitability, you need to actually execute things. Market doesn't really reward you for your knowledge. Everybody has knowledge thanks to internet, but what is actually going to define whether you're going to make that consistent profit or not is going to be your execution. Because here's the reality, watching videos alone won't help you become a consistently profitable trader. As I said, that's like trying to learn cricket by watching some YouTube tutorials. You might know the theory, but the moment a real bowler comes at you, you will freeze. That's what happens in trading. You start questioning that whether you should take this particular trade or not, because you're not even confident enough, and nobody is there with you in the real market. You're all on your own. You feel confident until the first losing streak happens. And then you are all alone. No one to correct you, no one to tell you what you did wrong, no one to guide you back on track. So you give up again. That's why at Consistent Profit Circle, we do things differently. Why? Because first, we are traders. We have been through a similar journey. We have taken a lot of mentorship, and a lot of money had been wasted on these courses and mentorship. Personally, we have spent over more than 5 lakh rupees from across, different mentors. We have tried a lot of mentors, but nothing really worked out so far until we finally found a mentor who helped us little bit. But eventually, what happened was we had to figure things out the very hard way. That's why we decided that at Consistent Profit Circle, since we are the one who have actually experienced all of these problems firsthand, we are not going to do the same thing because we know how it feels to be in your shoes. We have been there. We have taken a lot of courses, we have taken a lot of mentorships, and our money was wasted. So we don't sell you a course, we give you a complete mentorship ecosystem built for real life traders like you. Because first of all, we are traders and then we are trainers. So here's what it looks like. What we do is this is just an overview of everything that's required in order to become a profitable trader. If you go for any mentorship or any course out there, there should be a daily review of your trade so you know exactly where you are messing it up. Because look, if you do not have data, number one, you don't have the business. If you have the data, but if you're not measuring it, then how the hell do you expect to grow? How the hell do you expect to do not commit the same mistake that you are committing? So it's very important that you collect the data and then you review it on a daily basis, and that it should be present in any mentorship that you're signing up for. The second, there should be a journaling support so that we can track your progress, not just theory. Whatever trades you are taking, you need to journal that. If you are not journaling, as I said, you don't have data, you don't have the business. And number three, this is hands down very important because you might have seen a lot of people who are doing these webinars and they take like thousands and thousands of people and they say that we have trained more than like 1 lakh people. But ask them, are these 1 lakh people, do they even know like few names? Hardly it will be, they will find it very difficult to remember few names because the fact is they have just taken all of these sessions in a small 2 to 3 hours and they say that we have trained these guys. So that's how the marketing works. But that's not reality. Mostly these people, mostly like 99% of the people are not getting the results when it comes to the webinar. Of course, there are also always exceptions. So therefore, what we do is it should be, or if you're going for any mentorship, there should be only small group of people so that you can actually get that focus, so that you can actually ask your doubts. And that's what we do as well, so that you don't get lost in the crowd. And number four, even this is like hands down very, very important. There should be a clear focus strategy, one setup, one time window, and no jumping. I've seen a lot of mentors, they just give you some random like 520 five setups, 10 setups, 20 setups. And as a beginner, it feels good that okay, you have too many setups. But only if you are a trader who has been in the market for like 2 3 years, you realize that trading is all about decreasing the noise because everybody out there is just adding to the noise, and you want somebody who can actually eliminate all the noise because today we are living in a world where information is no longer a problem. The problem is the selective information that can actually help you to get that transformation, and that is what a mentor job is, to actually eliminate the noise and only give you the things that is required to become a profitable trader and eliminate that noise, because anybody can increase complexity, anybody can add things that will just make it complex, but the real job is to actually make things simple. For example, let's say if I tell you that, okay, Rahul Shah, whatever your name is, just write a essay on a particular topic. So you will write it. And let's say if I tell you that do it in a one page. So you will be able to write a lot of things. But what if I tell you that, Rahul, you need to write a beautiful essay, but you only need to write it in one line? Then that becomes difficult. So you will take your time. You will make sure that that one line will be extremely beneficial to the listeners out there. And that is what I meant, that making things complex is the easiest stuff. It's the nuance, it's the elimination of the noise. That is what is difficult. That's why people make things complex. So yeah, that is what is required if you are looking for a mentor. These four things are non-negotiable. And whatever we are doing, this is not some two triple line course or two 30,000 course, do it yourself recorded course. Whatever we do is complete coaching. This is accountability. This is personal guidance until you are confident. That is a major focus because there's no point charging two triple line and just from like hundred and thousands of people making money and feeling happy about it when you know that people have not got the result. They might have got the knowledge, but if you ask them how many of them got the not got the real results, then probably you will find out that not many people got the result, because there is a thing in psychology known as survivorship bias. So what does that mean? Let's say out of like every 100 people, only 1 to 2 people in these courses, in these mentorships are successful. And those 2 to 3 people are the ones who are actually highlighted. You have no idea what happened to the other 90 people. And that is what a survivorship bias means. Survival bias means that we always tend to look at the success stories, but nobody knows how many people actually failed. So that goes with every industry out there. So that is the one concept that you should be aware about while choosing mentorship. You should not look at how many people are there in a particular mentorship, because I can say that I'm a trainer who has trained more than 1 lakh people, but in reality, I've hardly known like few people because I was just here to make money. So that is how the reality of the trading industry or any in the industry is. So therefore, we only work with handful of people because we charge premium and we give results. That is the major focus. Would you feel safe if someone said that here's a video on how to drive a car? Good luck on the highway. Probably what will happen if you do something like this? You will never have the confidence to drive the car, but still, let's say if you take the car by watching some video, you will meet with a road accident. No way, that's the right way to do. You need someone sitting next to you, pointing out your mistakes, guiding you, correcting you until you are ready to drive on your own. Trading is the same. You don't need another guru screaming on YouTube. You need someone in your corner when things go wrong, because anybody can be there with you when things are going right. But when you are completely on your own, that's when you actually need somebody to help you out, to support you. And that's when the real doubts will come in. That's when you actually need somebody to clear all your doubts. And nobody is there when it comes to these normal courses out there. So let me share a few real stories, which is kind of a similar story that you guys might be able to relate. So there was this guy called Anupam. He tried 6+ business models: drop shipping, affiliate marketing, trading strategies, and everything failed. Every single thing that he tried his hands on, every single thing was failed. Until CPC today, he's making consistent profits in just 30 minutes a day. Now, there was this another guy called Piyush. So he joined 10 plus mentorships so far, but he got zero results out of it. He thought he was the problem, but with CPC system and person support, he's now calm, he's consistent, and he makes 5 to 6% returns every single month. And these are not flukes. These are people just like you who finally got the right environment. So if you have ever said to yourself that I just can't trust another trading guru, then good. Don't trust another trading guru. Trust the system, trust real mentorship, and trust the results you can see. So comment me the word proof, and I'll show you what real trading support actually looks like. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.